Well, hello, Bob Dendra here, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Now, last week we spent a lot of time on this sort of fuel chain here, really maximizing the capacity, allowing us to possibly extend to further towns, and also really tightening up our cash flow to allow us to more sustainably grow. Now, what we're going to be doing this week is we are going to be, first of all, completing our passenger sort of network on this half of the river. So we've got Keighley and Newton that still require passenger service, I should say. So we're keen to get them running with that. Secondly, what we're going to be doing as well is looking at this goods chain and looking to really bump the capacity on that one now as well. Obviously, we've got actually quite a few different towns that are asking for goods if we have a look. So Bradford, Frinton and Newton all require goods. And I think if we go back here to Birmingham, they also require goods as well. So it would be probably a really good idea. We've got a lot of sort of feeder industries around the area. We've got heaps of steel. We've got heaps of plastic, obviously, with the boosted capacity up here at Bradford as well. But we're going to start off with a passenger network. Now, if we have a look at Keighley here, we can see that our sort of passenger or our residential areas are, as we're looking at it now, at the bottom. So I think probably a good option for us is to sort of wang in our station sort of at a bit of a janky angle here, probably about here or so, and we can sort of have a road break off from here and join up with the rear of that. We will need to demolish a few houses, but it's fine. It's the cost of progress, isn't it? So I'm going to go in now. We might bump it up to 240. We're actually going to be running with high-speed electric on this line as well. So we're going to this is going to be the first real opportunity we've had to sort of run with those. And we might use one of our UK stations as well. So we'll go with a large passenger building. In fact, we might actually go with a bit straighter of a connection, if I'm honest. But yeah, actually, I've changed my mind. We're just going to run with a fairly sort of straight connection. We will have a building on the other side as well, though, which will connect up with this crossroad here. So we might just run with 4 tracks just to make things nice and neat there, even though we're probably not going to be using 4 tracks for the moment. Okay, so what we'll do, we will configure this one, and we'll add in a passenger building here. Probably just a small side building. Maybe a medium. Yeah, medium's cool. And then what we're going to do, we will grab our road. And we're going to sort of run it alongside here. Might go curved as well. And just make this connection here, if we can. And have it curving and joining up there. So that should increase the coverage, not by much, to be honest. But it's okay. So from there, what we'll do, we'll need to run our tracks. So as I said, we are going with high speed and electrified. So this is a new, thing that we're doing here in BritRail. And I'm going to, even though we're probably not going to use all 4 tracks, we are going to just hook everything up to utilize it from the get-go. The reason for that is so we don't have, removing houses here. Oh, that's not great. And then having to go back and remove them again because we decided to expand. I'm going to quickly pause. What we're going to have to do here is probably redo this road, unfortunately, so that it fits in. But it's okay, we're giving him a new road anyway. We're upgrading to these cool new modern roads. Construction is not possible. I guess we're going to have to just sort of realign. Sorry guys. Sorry if you lived on this road. but this is the price of progress, isn't it? Okay. Next we will... So we can probably do the joins a bit closer now that we've moved that road. So do a little stub, just so we've got some space for our signals, and then we'll go straight into it. And see if we can do a cross. I'm not sure we can do one of these crossovers here though. We might not be close enough. No, we're not. But that's okay. We'll just do it on the other side here. Okay, perfect. And from here, we'll need to go under, I think, probably our little industrial railway here. So I'm just going to cut across here. We can unpause as well. That'll help us get some cash flowing as well to be able to finance this. And I think we'll probably start to go down fairly early, so we can, you know, try and preserve speed as much as we can. And we'll have a little flat section. Relatively flat anyway. And then we'll start coming back up. Oops. Which is actually more of a struggle than it looks. So we've obviously got some mountain here that we're dealing with. There we go. Perfect, and from here we're just going to join onto our main. This is going to convert to double track all the way through. And that should be pretty good. I know, it's all good. Thought for a minute there I was connecting to the wrong side, but it is fine. We just need to wait for a little bit of cash to come in, and we'll be good to continue. Alright, so we're going to make a few changes to our Longridge station. So we are actually going to switch over our local trains to Hendon to run on our additional sort of pair of tracks that we're not currently utilising. They will remain standard tracks, and we're not going to be using those at high speed at the moment. Obviously our trains don't really have the capacity to run at high speeds. So we'll switch those over. That's going to be a little bit of finagling, so I might just quickly pause while we get that sorted out. But we're sort of very much going to be setting up from this side for the express movement to be the primary movement. So it will be our branch line that we'll sort of have to split off. I think I just said we're going to use standard tracks, but we won't, because we are actually going to upgrade the trains running on our branch line as well as part of this sort of big changes we're making here. We will allow a sort of a crossover movement here. It's probably not going to really do anything for us, but we will sort of keep it there as a possibility should we need to sort of change our capacity and run it like that. Okay, and we just need to fix up our branch. Oh, the main. What's the problem with the main? What's happening there? It's because we don't have a crossover here, I think. So we quickly fix that up. We should be good to run again. Okay, so let's run again. And we'll just finish off duplicating, which we're pretty much done because a lot of the sort of sections past this are already duplicated. All right, is that everything we need to do? I think we just need to upgrade the tracks at this station, and I think that's everything covered off. Cool. So, we've still got plenty of cash in the bank, so we should pretty much be good now to go ahead and get a line set up to... Oh, actually... No, it's not all done yet. We still need to go through to Newton. But that's a fairly simple one, I think. Let's have a look. Where is our... Oh, it's on the other side. Okay. So we can maybe set up something sort of along here or so. And that will probably make sense eventually. Nice. Oh, that is... Oh, dramatic. That's fine. We will, we'll get it worked out. Promise. Nope, we don't want a bridge. so we'll have to do it in a couple of segments. How about that? Will that work? Cool. Going to be a nice high-speed segment as well. Oh, hang on. That's why I wasn't working, because I've already got a track set up part of the way. They are splitting a bit. I need to take this back one more. There we go. That's nice, and yeah, perfect. Alright, just need some crossovers, which we'll probably do on the other side of the tunnel. No, I'll do it in the tunnel, it's fine. Maybe not. Okay, we got some signals in. Alright, so it's time to set up a line for this one. We'll start at Birmingham. And it will run through and hopefully be a nice, fast route. Let's have a look. Try and get a platform that we're not currently using. Should we stop in Chester? We'll stop in Chester for the moment and see how we go. Okay, and we'll need to do some probably admin on what platforms we're using. They tend to be backwards when we're driving on left. Cool. So let's see what options we have in terms of what we're going to run on this line. Let's pop over to our train depot. We may need to upgrade this to electric. I think we do. And what have we got available? So we're needing upwards of 40 million to get this into service, and I am committed committed to doing this, so we might need to run for a little bit. Okay, I had to borrow some money, but we can afford it, so we're going to get it straight into service. It's going to run on our black line, which doesn't have a name right now. Grey line, which I will actually give a name to. And hopefully this one is nice and fast. Certainly not fast coming out of the depot, but that's, I guess, to be expected. And will make us some money. Alright, so we've got that in place now. Now what we're going to do as well is we're going to upgrade the Hendon line to electrified, and we're going to replace the train running on that one as well. All right, lovely. And as you can see, we're still running Steam on this. It's the 90s. This is a fail. I did this in the last game as well. I think I was still running Steam into the 90s. So not great effort on my behalf, I can tell you that much. But I think we should be fine to really try and finish off Steam fairly quickly now. So we got these class 310s. How much is that going to set us back? 8. That's pretty good. Actually, hang on. If we cancel that, what's our current capacity? 24. And we're going to have a capacity of 69. Nice. Cool. So that's a no-brainer, really. Switch that one over. We have a look. We've got a lovely new EMU running now. Alright, what other Steam engines do we have left running? I think there's still a few. We've got this little Birmingham logs train. Oh yeah, this little mini one. So we'll get you fixed up. Nice and easy. We can just change that over to a just a little shunter. Don't need a brake van either anymore. Got either the Class 17 or the D8000. D8000 is pretty old now. Class 17 is also pretty old, I think. 1962. But it's probably the best option we really have, I think, because everything else is a bit overkill. So, I mean, maybe they just found a train lying around or something. And we might be able to just slightly boost the capacity of this one as well, I think. What are we carrying here? Logs. Alright, got a problem in that appears we don't actually have a mod wood flat car, so we might have to add on just a single vanilla one. I'll have a look and see if I can find a new one for the next video. But just a nice easy change over there. Next up, we have our... next up, we've got our... or another one of our Birmingham timber trains, which is almost 100 years old. So we're going to switch. In fact, we will replace both of these. But we will switch you over. Okay, that one switched over, but it can only do 72 k's an hour right now because of reasons. Alright, and just the one last train we need to replace here, and that is our print and main train. So this one is, you know, really cool. I just like the streamliners they ran in England. I think they're pretty cool. So we'll have to switch this over to probably a HST. And then from there, we're pretty much done. Do we have anything else we could run with? HST here. What are these? Could run with one of these, but they're fairly low capacity, 60. 60, 80. What's our current capacity again? 105. Compared to HST's 176 and $37 million. Thinking. No, I think we might just save up for a bit, and then we can get, you know, the right train running on that line. Alright, and the cash has finally rolled in to allow us to, you know, send this old lady to bed and, you know, let her have her rest after almost, you know, 50 years of service and get a HST running in her place. So let's buy that one. And the game will think for a little bit, and there we go. We have a HST. So it'll be good to see how that one runs. So our class 225, the like electric sort of HST, is not doing great at the moment, but it's still making money. It's just nowhere near enough to cover its running costs. But I think it should increase over time. So I'm not too concerned at this point about it. But with that all done, that is going to be all we have time for this week. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. You can find links to all my social media and my Discord in the description, so please get on there, like, subscribe, follow, join the conversation. I'm always happy to have a chat about content or anything else, to be honest. You can also find a link to my Buy Me a Coffee should you want to give something a little financial to the channel. But enough about that. My name's Bob Dendry, and until next time, goodbye.